I went in there, I was like, oh, we're good. Huh?
I'm a champion, I'm a prize, but I'm never gonna give up. I don't care about the path, but the hiccups. I'ma get through now, I stick up for myself and my future, cause I just want
get over it. Nobody likes us anyway.
I'm the one that is really gonna make it. I'm a champion.
Just don't step on your pecker.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the All Out Motorsports YouTube channel. I know it's been quite a while since you've gotten any updates or anything. I know the off season has been long, and I know I originally talked about, like, you know, working on the mini bike and a whole bunch of other projects and stuff. I had a ton of projects in store, but you know, quick little life update. I'm kind of in the process of switching careers right now. So I'm like working 2 jobs, trying to make ends meet and stuff. So haven't had a ton of time to be in the garage, but I think I finally got everything worked out. I got my schedule all figured out and everything, so I'll have plenty of time to be working on stuff throughout race season and everything. So get ready. Weekly videos probably won't start quite yet, but hopefully within the next couple weeks to a month, we'll be getting weekly videos back out, because race season starts in about a month and a half. Right now, it is March 15th, the Ides of March, the day Julius Caesar was stabbed in the back. Also my birthday. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day out. We are finally out of the coldness of winter. I hate winter so much. I just wish it could be like 75 and sunny year round. I used to always hate on California because I was like, oh, who would want 75 and sunny year round? I do. I don't like seasons anymore. I just want 75 and sunny all the time. But it's a perfect day to get back out into the garage. I got to get engines off and cleaned and everything. Last video you saw, I think it was last video, 2 videos ago. I don't know, the one I was preparing to go to the swap meet, I got most of the carts torn down and everything. But now I need to get engines cleaned and sent off to the engine builder, clutches cleaned and sent off, so that everything is nice and ready to go, freshly prepared for this race season. Giving you guys a little bit of look of what I've got going on. I'll be honest, I kind of started doing a little work and then realized I need to film. It's been so long, I'm a little out of practice for it. But I just pulled this engine off of Aries. This engine is good to go. It should last me through the whole season pretty well. We got it redone like 2/3 of the way through this season, so I think it'll be good throughout all of 2022. Just took the clutch off of it though. This is going to be sent to our engine builder as well. Get him to freshen it up. For some reason, I am really hard on clutches. I don't know how. Most people, from what I hear, can make a clutch last like over a year. I'm lucky if I get a whole year out of a clutch. So I don't know what it is I do that like really hard on the clutches, but here we are. So gonna send that clutch out. I've got this engine over here off of Nike that was refreshed a year ago. So this one has a whole season on it and needs to be completely refreshed, along with this clutch as well. But as you can tell, it's really dirty, and I hate sending an engine dirty back to Doug at Rampage Racing Engines. So I'm gonna get that all cleaned up for him, so he's not dealing with all my dirt and grime and everything as he's trying to work on my engine. And then we'll see what other stuff we can get into. At some point, I'm gonna have to go through and basically what I'll do is kind of take all this apart, clean it all, put it back together. Take all this part, clean it, put it back together. Take all this part, clean it, put it back together. Do that for the whole cart on both carts. As you can tell, that one still needs to be taken apart more. But for right now, we're working on getting the engines. Oh, one other exciting thing. Well, not really exciting because I hate tires. But I need to start getting tires ready and everything. I don't think I'll tell you quite yet what we're doing with tires this year. I'll leave that as for a surprise. So we're changing things up though. We're not going to be almost strictly Burris. So in the past I've been like, let's see, I have 6 or 7 sets of tires, 8 sets of tires, something like that. All but 2 of them have always been Burris, with 2 others being Hoosier. But we're switching it up a bit this year, and it'll probably be like a third of one brand, a third of the other, and a third of the other. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to give away right now because yeah, we'll go into tires another day, another video, and I'll give my explanations for all of that and everything. So make sure to subscribe so you can hear about that. It's a tire brand that I've never ran before and honestly never thought I would run. So get subscribed for that, and you can hear about what tires I'm thinking of running this year. I'm also going to get these clutches cleaned off before I send them as well. Same idea as the engines. I don't want Doug to have to deal with me giving him dirty parts back to have to work on. I want everything to be nice and clean, ready for him. So these clutches are actually pretty simple to clean. So I'm going to show you guys that real quick. So I have the clutch there. And then I have this bowl. Basically, you kind of just take the clutch apart and then take the disc part of it, put it in a bowl of acetone, leave it for about 10 minutes, and then take it out, blow it off, and kind of wipe down everything, and you're good to go. Skip ahead just a couple minutes. You can see I have my bowl of acetone here with the clutch basket, or not basket, the clutch discs and everything in it. We'll let that sit for 10 minutes, and then you can see over here I have the basket and bearings and everything. So I'll just take a rag, wipe those off really quick. I'm not going to worry about doing it super well or anything, but just get it all nice and clean for Doug. Clutches are pretty much clean. About to pull the second one out of the acetone bowl. So you can see, hopefully I point this in the right place. Just pull it out, kind of jimmy it around in there a little bit, make sure all the loose everything comes out. Shake it off, and the great thing with acetone is, like, if you can see, it's already starting to dry, which is why I have a bowl with a clip-on lid. I just bring it on over here, get the air gun, and blow it off. Get all the acetone off of it. It's already dry. And then it also blows out any stuff that got loosened up by soaking in the acetone and stuff. And there we go. It's nice and clean. Just gonna put it all back together. I did put a little bit of petroleum jelly on the bearings, not as much as I normally would for a race, just enough for now. So if it gets ran or anything before Doug takes it apart, it doesn't like fry the bearings or something. Line up the tabs, put the washers back on, put the snap ring back on. And there we go. That is a cleaned clutch. And then I'll kind of grab it as well and just make sure everything spins nicely, spins freely. And there we go. If you can tell, kind of look to see how this one spins versus this one, this center section. This one spins a whole lot better. The reason for that is this has a bigger driver on it that actually has a bearing inside of there. Whereas this one, you can see, spins pretty freely. It's super smooth. It just doesn't spin long because it's a nice small driver. And it's a bushing instead of a bearing because there's not room for a bearing in there. But now that the clutches are cleaned, we're going to go ahead and... Whoa, I'm really dark. You probably just didn't see any of what I did there. But I'm going to start cleaning the engine. I kind of actually already got started on it while I was waiting for the clutches to soak. Took the side cover off so I could get to all this and clean it. Took chain guard off so I could get to over here to clean pretty well. And now I'm just going to take a rag and some carb cleaner for the difficult spots and just wipe everything down, bring the air hose over, blow it off as well, and make sure everything is nice and clean and easy for Doug to work on. So I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys to a nice time lapse. In case anyone's curious, like how I do time lapses and like recording and stuff, I just have the camera permanently mounted to, I think it's called a hot shoe, maybe? I don't know, whatever thing. Hold on. I keep forgetting how bright the sun is. Whatever the thing is that like goes in there and then like screws onto the bottom of the camera, it's just kind of permanently on that way I can put it on the tripod. It's a nice holder as well, nice stand to set down on tables and stuff. And then I've got an old tripod here which like we've actually just had like my entire life. I don't really know where it came from, but I'll set you up on there and you can kind of watch a quick time lapse while I clean the engine. The engine is now clean. I don't know how much you'll really be able to tell. It's actually quite a bit cleaner. Did I clean the right engine? Yeah, okay. For a second I got confused on my engines. This engine's quite a bit cleaner. They don't get super clean, just because, you know, like, they get worn out, and like this metal's not smooth and stuff. So like you can see age in it and everything. But all the important things are nice and clean. Stuck the clutch back on there. All of that. So got it all nice and clean. Kind of, you can see in there, hardest place to clean is really like the carburetor. Really the only thing I can do is spray carb cleaner on it, blow it out with air, and hope that gets enough, and then watch the moving parts, make sure nothing's getting gunked up or anything. Yeah, this is getting a lot easier every time I do it. It's just kind of a pain in the butt because there's so many little like nooks and crannies and crevices, and I try every off season to get almost all of it out of all of those, which isn't possible. That's why you saw me using a lot of carb cleaner and air, just trying to make it as easy as possible instead of trying to like shove the rag into like all the cooling fins and all of that. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out though. Got the engine cleaned up, the clutches cleaned, all of that. So those are ready to send off to Doug. I'll just have to probably get a box and just put it in the box to keep everything together, something like that. I don't know.